A moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call this meeting of the Monongalia County Commission to order. It is April 16th, 2025 at 10 a.m. All three commissioners are here. And we will start with our consent and approval with our County Administrator, Renetta McClure. Good morning.
Morning. You have 24 exonerations to approve, $10,019.69. Minutes for April 9th, 2025. Vouchers, General County, $334,185.15. 911, $9,459.44. Chestnut Ridge Park, $3,620.67. Camp Muffley, $1,167. Mason-Dixon Park, $405. Mon County Center, $3,997.13. Transportation levy, $165,439.12. Fire levy, $313,754.42. Recreation levy, $187,707.42. Library levy, $40,606.93. EMS levy, $351,953.54. Opioid settlement funds, $43,948.68. Assessor's valuation, $4,311.81. Star City TIF, $2,271.25. Morgantown Industrial TIF, $6,027.89. Parks and Rec, $31,276.76. Purchasing card, General County, $7,055.36. Camp Muffley, $38.89. Mason-Dixon Park, $393.89. Assessor's valuation, $103.75 for a voucher total of $1,507,724.10. No budget revisions to approve. Position vacancies for boards and authorities are listed on the county website, and fiduciary orders for April 16th, 2025.
Move that we approve the consent agenda items as presented.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
And we have two additional fiduciary items.
Yes, the first one is a petition to remove the executrix in the estate of Dolores May Hovatter.
Okay, so Marcella Hovatter is currently the executrix and has petitioned to resign from that position. And I believe someone is ready to sign on as administrator after she resigns. So what's the will of the commission on this one?
I move that we approve the petition to resign as presented.
Second.
We have a first and a second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye. There was a request from the estate's office to ask her for a final accounting, but if we're accepting her resignation, does she just move on, or is there any further paperwork she needs to?
It probably isn't out of line for her to present any accounting. From what I understand from the estate notes, that there wasn't anything in the estate other than a parcel of real estate. There's no money or anything. The last accounting had zeros across the board other than two parcels of real estate, actually. But.
Okay, so should we direct the state's office to notify Ms. Hovatter that we've accepted her petition to resign and request an accounting?
I think that's probably a good idea.
Sure, I agree.
We can make a.
Okay, I'll go ahead and make that motion.
Second.
And let's put a time limit, 30 days.
Sure. All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, you also have a petition to remove the executrix in the estate of Eunice Mollard.
Okay, so this is Rachel Fetty Anderson has offered her resignation to this position of executrix. It looks like this estate's been going on for a while. There's a home that's an asset, the only asset of the estate, and an additional piece of property. One of the heirs is living in the home, I believe, to the agreement of all the other heirs, but there's limited money to cover the taxes and the insurance, and the executrix has expressed that she can't get a consensus from all the heirs to decide what to do with the properties. There's another that is two others that have agreed to step in and take over if she resigns, and being family members, they have a better control over the consensus of the heirs to move on with what needs done, so,
So we need a motion to approve the resignation?
yes.
Second.
Any other points to it, or with this one, I think it's just pretty straightforward. Okay, we have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, any other fiduciary items for Netta?
No, sir.
Okay. Moving on, introduction of new employees / personnel changes, Youth Service Center. We have April Martin, relief worker, part-time.
Ms. Martin will be starting today, April 16th. Rate of pay is $14.40 per hour, and this is a part-time, non-benefit eligible position.
Move that we approve the personnel as presented.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any others, employees?
No, sir.
Next, we have comments from the public. We'll open comments from the public. Seeing no one, we will close comments from the public. Next, we have grant coordinator Colleen Kuhn, office manager for grants. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, I have requests for reimbursement. The first one is for the Community Corrections Grant in the amount of $18,594.99. The next one is the Community Development Block Grant in the amount of $1,881.60. Governor's Highway Safety Program impaired driving in the amount of $2,973.67. Safe Communities in the amount of $216.69, and the VOCA grant in the amount of $9,166.45.
Move that we approve the grant documents as presented.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Next, we have correspondence with the 2024 annual report from the Monongalia County Deputy Sheriff's Civil Service Commission.
It's just a rundown of their activities in 2024. If y'all have any questions on that?
No.
Nope. Okay.
You have any correspondence, Sean?
Yeah, I do have one piece of correspondence that came through the info line. It was from Michelle Shockley. Let me see. I'm trying to go through it. This is the way it gives the comments. It gives all the detail of the person who's calling. It's regarding they were expecting CityNet fiber to be built in their area, and there was a certain time frame, and she said so far nothing. She called CityNet, and they said no official date when they would return to complete the build. Please help. So I reached out to my contacts at CityNet, and they were very responsive. The person I had talked to was Melissa O'Brien. She responded right back. I responded with another question so that I can give the citizen a comprehensive answer. And then I responded to Michelle. It says, Michelle, your submission to our county information email account was forwarded to me by our office manager so I could check into it. I apologize for the delay in responding, but my CityNet contact was on travel. She was able to check with her sales administrator, and service will be available at this address, and the project will happen as the funding for the project was approved earlier. As soon as CityNet team gets authorization to begin construction from the state, they will let you know, and I'll pass that update along to you. So Ms. Shockley responded and said, "Hi, Sean, I greatly appreciate your reply. My household, among several in my area, were more than anxious to have internet fiber option in our community. We live only 2 miles from I-79, Goshen Road, exit 146. But we would think that but one would think we live in bug tussle. I'm not sure what that means, as we have limited resources for internet connectivity. Perhaps that's a typo. For years, while society has had the modern convenience to stream shows, movies, etc., we've had one disappointment after the next. But we've had to endure satellite or home internet while paying large sums of money, with capped data plans still unavailable to use internet capabilities. Not to mention, we cannot log on with more than one device at a time. I wish Frontier would have been assigned to our area because I know how quickly they built their fiber lines. However, my friends have been thrilled with how quickly they were hooked up and extremely elated with the upload and download speeds with fiber. Again, thank you for your return email. So I did reply to that and let her know that we also have a project in that area. We do have a Frontier project in that area. We also have 3 other projects with Comcast. So we're a little bit ahead of the state because everybody else is waiting for the federal grants to be assigned, and that process is being slowed up, or we're ahead of the curve because we used ARPA dollars. So she's very happy with the response, but I did want to relay that it's a win where somebody actually asked about service and we have a positive answer for them. So,
Great.
and hopefully that's the first of many.
Any correspondence, Tom?
None that I want to make public.
Okay. Seeing no unfinished business, we'll move on to new business. Consideration to approve the annual memorandum of agreement between the Monongalia County Commission and the WVU Extension Service in accordance with West Virginia Code 1981 for fiscal year 2026 financial support. Pretty much self-explanatory.
This is something that we do every year,
Yeah,
just to
right.
verify that the county is providing support for a certain portion of the Mon County WVU Extension Office.
I move that we approve the MOU as presented.
Second.
We have first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next, consideration to approve requisition number 21 for the University Town Center Series 2023A Property Tax District Administrative Expense Fund.
Requisitions for $1,606.25, and it's expenses to be paid to Steptoe and Johnson for their administrative duties on the district. Sorry.
Move that we approve requisition 21 for the UTC Series 2023A Property Tax District.
Second.
But first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Reports from elected officials and department heads. Not seeing anyone here, so reports from county commissioners. Sean?
Since last Wednesday, the administrator and I and our MMPO director participated in our call with DOH, and I'm happy to say that call is going to continue every Wednesday, and it's a lot of progress, or at least a lot of people being held accountable to deliverables and action items to keep moving the project forward. Thursday was the second Thursday of the month, so I was busy with executive committee, red team, development authority, and then I had a meeting with a constituent about a county building that they're interested in. Friday, we had staff reports. The administrator and I met with USI. I met with Forrest Wyans after that. And then I was asked to participate in first pitch at one of the baseball games at the Mon County Classic. So I threw out the first pitch at the Urbana MHS game, which there was a little bit of a scheduling snafu. I actually threw out the first pitch along with longtime Morgantown AD and coach, whatever, Dan Ehrenrich. He was supposed to throw out the noon game, and that game got canceled. So we both threw out the first pitch. So it was great catching up with Dan Ehrenrich. He's a treasure to MHS Athletics, and also Gordon Schilling. I got to catch up with Gordon Schilling, who, everybody knows who Gordon Schilling is and what he's done for baseball in the community. So it was nice meeting up with them. Monday, we had a legal call. I had a legal call regarding agreement with Development Authority. With our legal counsel has been assigned to that. Yesterday, we had laid a levy, and then we did a budget discussion with our Mon County Center Director, Rachel Mitchell. And then after that, I had we had multiple legal calls for a couple different issues. Today is a regular day. We have staff reports today, I believe, rather than Friday, correct? We have one work session, and then I have the Chaplain Hill exit call. And we regularly have our MAP board meeting, but because of the dinner next week, the MAP board meeting's canceled this week. Friday would be a slow day. I have a blood donation, and on Tuesday, the 22nd, Earth Day, I get to do my annual Eastwood Elementary Assembly for Earth Day. Other than that, I want to wish our citizens and our employees a happy Easter. This is Holy Week for those for a lot of people. Friday's Good Friday, Easter is Sunday, and I wish everybody a happy holiday weekend.
Well, yes, Commissioner Arnett and I were invited to South Middle School, where we explained, as the first question was, what does a county commissioner do during the day? And I have to really admit that there were 265 students in the auditorium, and they behaved amazingly well. I mean, to put them all in there, and they asked some great questions, and I believe it went extremely well, and I was really pleased. The kind of questions they asked, in fact, several was very difficult to answer, so it was a very enjoyable time for me because I like going back into the school system. Then yesterday, I attended the agencies addressing food insecurity, and unfortunately, it is just depressing to go to those meetings. As Mountain Air Food Bank was there, they explained that the LFPA program, which is the local program that buys food from local growers, was gutted. Then the TFAB program, which is the federal program, which brings produce in that was supposed to start being reduced July 1st, started on April 1st. The reductions is enormous. And why I say that is because we had our food program through Mountain Air Food Bank on Saturday, and only 5 items were brought. No produce, no dairy, no milk, and we're very concerned because as we had our meeting, the increases of need now is growing exponentially, and the cost of the food is getting higher, and the amount of money available is less. So it's something that we are all addressing, and what I said, I want to say publicly that with all the pantries there, probably a year from now, 1/3 of the pantries will be gone. So it's something that is really, I'm very concerned about, and it's going to affect our county, and hopefully, we are trying to do everything as county commissioners, and we've used our funds to try and promote programs, but it's very difficult to do this with the increases and the problems that are going on. So with that, I'll pass it on to you.
Okay. As Commissioner Sikora said, I was also at the ballpark for the UHS Clay Battelle game throughout the first pitch, and proud to say I got it over the plate, so at least I didn't dribble it off my knee or anything.
Clay Battelle Trinity.
Oh, I thought it was UHS. Battelle Trinity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which went extra innings
Did it?
and
Okay.
ended with Clay Battelle having a bases loaded walk-off hit.
Nice. Well, that's great. That program's come a long way because I remember 4 or 5 years
A
ago.
couple years ago, they couldn't finish a game.
They
Right.
they couldn't have a player, so that's great.
Right.
And then Commissioner Bloom and I did go to South Middle. It was weird going back to where I went to school all those years ago. It hasn't changed much. But, and as much as it pains me to do so, I have to give Commissioner Bloom a lot of credit. He can command a room of kids. You can tell he was an educator. He's told me that a couple of
He
times.
was?
But for all those
Not the
years.
janitor?
But I was floundering, just droning on, and then he took over and really got the kids engaged. So kudos to you. It was impressive. I had a teen court board meeting last week, and then I was a little out of pocket for the last week. We suffered a loss to a beloved family member last week, so I spent a lot of time with that, of course, and appreciate all the well-wishers, the good feeling vibes that I got from a lot of people, and in that difficult time, I appreciate it. So that being said, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor? Aye.
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 We are out.